You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Friday, Free Flag Friday to you, sir.
Yeah, we've just going head first right into another one, aren't we?
Yeah.
Here we are, and we've got...
Heidi's ringer's not turned down.
Heidi's phone is always on because people are always trying to reach Heidi.
And she's got her phone cranked on the loudest setting you could possibly set it at.
Well, she's a businesswoman.
She is, yes.
And she's an icon and a social influencer.
And a professional, doggone it.
And she sells black market handbags.
There we go. There.
She's been selling a lot of stuff on Facebook lately.
Yeah, well, that's why her phone's always going.
People show up to get the stuff, they're like, wait a minute. Are you Heidi from the radio? And she's over there like, no, I'm not that Heidi at all. So what do you got, Dan?
Oh, it's National Bartenders Day.
Oh, nice.
I just point that out because I was one.
Yeah.
I slung gin my way through school. That's how that worked.
Cool.
It's And boy, how these connect, I really don't know because it's also National Safety Razor Day.
Oh, wow.
That's just based on the fact that this day in 1901, Gillette safety razors went on sale for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up until that point, they had unsafe razors only.
And even the safety razors, if you work them right,
Oh, yeah.
it'd still be
Pretty dangerous.
Pretty shifty.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Lucy Liu, actress Lucy Liu, who I just absolutely love. She's on my list of people who get my cremation bath bombs after I pass.
You better write that down and make sure that you somehow notarize it so people know it's real. I don't want to get arrested on your behalf.
She is the only reason I will watch those Charlie's Angels movies.
She is adorable, isn't she?
Yeah, those movies are awful. But then there's Lucy. I go, okay.
I like that other lady too. What's her name? The
Cameron
one from
Diaz?
AT&T or from ET.
From AT&T.
From ET.
Oh, Drew.
Yeah, that lady.
Drew. Okay.
I always thought she was kind of a cutie.
Lucy's 54 today, and hey, let's go to the loser list.
AT&T phoning home.
Green Bay Packer quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah,
He's 39 today.
Really?
He's having a tough year.
Is he really?
Well, his career kind of went on the downslide after he dumped Danica Patrick,
Oh yeah.
who also happens to be on the Dan Ferris gets a cremation bath
yes,
bomb.
she is.
There's no coincidence there. There's definitely a connection.
Yeah, so he breaks up with Danica Patrick. He's 3-4 he's 4-8 this year. The Packers, they're just awful, and he's pulling down $42 million this season. By the way, so I mean he'll be fine, but
he will be. But,
he will be.
Yeah.
And Britney Spears is 41.
I'm very concerned for her well-being. I love Britney.
She'll be okay.
I know she will be. My son's birthday is today. They share a birthday, and when he was a little boy, he used to be a big Britney Spears fan. I don't know if he is anymore. I have to ask him, but I follow her on Instagram, and almost every time my phone opens...
Heidi.
I know.
Are you writing this down?
No.
I believe me, I have to hear about it all the
A
time.
grown-up, middle-aged, married man follows Britney Spears on Instagram.
I did because when she
because she takes off her clothes
No.
and he gets to see her naked.
I honestly...
What?
I'm going to probably unfollow her because every time I open my stupid Instagram, there's pictures of her pretty much nude. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? This is why you had the conservatorship for all those years. So she's got the freedom to do what she wants now, and she's doing what she wants.
Britney, only John can save you.
Pray for Britney, that's what I'm saying.
Call John.
Leave Britney alone.
Amazing hits over the years. Oops, I Did It Again. Baby One More Time. Toxic. But from 2001, I Am a Slave for You is on my phone's ringtone.
Yeah.
We've got a little...
Dramatic reading?
Little taste of Britney here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Like that. Do you like it? Yeah. Now watch me. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Whoa. Get it. Get it. Whoa. Do you like it? Get it. Get it. Whoa. This feels good.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's why I follow her on Instagram.
Pop music.
That right there, that's the reason.
Where lyric writing is an afterthought.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna just click right now while we're talking about her. I'm gonna show Dan because I'm gonna randomly click on Instagram, and I bet it'll be a picture of Britney Spears.
No, don't think I care.
No.
Oh, right there, Britney Spears. First
Okay,
thing.
she's in a bathtub.
Oh, that's somebody different now. There.
All right.
Yeah. See,
John.
Instagram is
John,
a bunch of smut.
Throw your devices in the swamp.
Pretty much.
Little taste of history, things that made us who we are today. 1927, this day, it replaced the Model T, the very first Model A. Ford is sold. Price tag, any guesses?
$500.
Lower.
$375.
Really close. $385
Woo!
was the sticker on that.
How do you get closest without going over?
You know,
Yeah.
that still
Fantastic.
wasn't cheap. 1927 come to 2022. That's about $6,000.
Yeah.
So not everybody was buying the Model A.
No, that's cool.
And let's see, 1982. This was huge medical breakthrough. The first artificial heart successfully implanted. Retired dentist Barney Clark in Utah. Lived for 112 days. It's artificial heart. Yeah, now they use like the real thing, but they were experimenting with, this was actually, it was a Holley 4-barrel carburetor out of a 69 Pontiac GTO Judge.
I'm sure that's funny, but I don't know why.
And although Barney didn't live long, he could go from 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. So it wasn't without its upside.
Okay. I get that. That's awesome.
Thank you. And in 1983, John's over there looking at Britney Spears on Instagram.
I know. It's disturbing.
I'm in Messenger now. I'm looking at messages, people that are sending me stuff. So.
1983, this day, the groundbreaking music video, Michael Jackson's Thriller, airs on MTV.
That was so cool. I remember that.
You know what? It cost a little over $1 million to produce that.
Yeah. I bet he made his money back, though.
Well,
oh, gosh.
You know what? It went on to win 3 MTV Music Video Awards, one of People's Choice Awards. This is the interesting part. That video sold over 1 million VHS copies, which was a record back in the day. In 2009...
The only person to sell more VHS copies of anything is the guy that did Dorf on Golf.
2009
Sorry.
became the first music video inducted into Historical Film Registry by the Library of Congress.
That's cool.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
So, yeah. Interesting.
Very cool.
I remember where I was when I saw that video.
Barney Clark had a 4-barrel Holley carburetor implanted in his chest from a GTO Judge.
I got that.
All right. Well, I know, we all know. And just forge ahead.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Excited to visit today with Mya Olson, and she is with the Hold Summit. We've got events tonight and then a big summit tomorrow. And Mya, what does Hold, H-O-L-D, what does that stand for?
Health Ownership and Liberty Development.
And the event that's happening tonight and again, a big part of it tomorrow, if people would like to go, is it still possible for them to get tickets and go?
Absolutely. You can still purchase tickets online, or you can just come and show up at the beautiful Laurel Ridge in northern Sioux Falls, and we'd be more than happy to help you out and get you a ticket purchased at the door. So
let's talk about what's going to be happening this weekend, because this Hold Summit, I'm looking at some of the speakers. You've got some amazing speakers that are joining you.
We are very excited about the speaker lineup we have. The group of us who put this together, we are the board of directors for Health Freedom South Dakota, and we, over the last 24 months, have just said, we need to empower people to come out of everything that's happened over the last 2 years and really take ownership of their lives. And I think people have, because we've been so relaxed for so long and kind of just plodding along, that we don't really have a real good idea of what it means to have liberty, to have freedom. And so I think what we tried to do is put up a lineup of speakers that could speak to all facets of liberty and freedom, from homeschooling to homesteading. We have Connor Bayak from the Tuttle Twins, who has been doing this for a long time and wanting to empower children coming up in this crazy world. So that is kind of the basis of what we're trying to do with the Hold Summit.
And I'm looking on here, like Brian Lauer, it says YouTube censored speaker. So this is somebody who YouTube has said, we're not going to let you hear what he has to say anymore. So the nice thing is you're going to be able to hear what he has to say live and in person this weekend.
That's correct.
There's a ton of different people on here. And if somebody would like to see this, I'm going to throw a link on our social media to make it easy to find so you can see what I'm seeing. And then you'll be able to scroll down towards the bottom, and that's where you go to get the tickets. And there's an event tonight and then the summit tomorrow. So 2 different things, though, right?
Yes, they are 2 different things. We have our VIP event tonight. And if you slide in here at the last minute, we'll be able to help you out. But this is essentially a time that we'll be able to ask questions of all the speakers and have conversations with them. Along with, we have RavTech from Iowa coming up to do self-defense station. So we'll get a little bit of self-defense thrown in there and a lovely dinner as well.
Very nice. And it's all at the same place, both tonight and tomorrow?
Yes, both tonight and tomorrow are both at Laurel Ridge Barn.
Very nice. And it's a beautiful facility. If you've not been out there, it's worth just going out to see the place. It is amazing. And you're going to learn a lot of great stuff from a lot of great people. And now, how long have you been working on putting this summit together?
We've been working on this summit for over 9 months. And we had Chris Ann Hall, who is our constitutional attorney, sign on here within the last 45 days. Dr. Paul Thomas, who's coming to us from Oregon, he signed on about 65 days ago. And so I think people, as the momentum builds, they were very excited about this kind of thing happening in South Dakota. You know, here in South Dakota, we feel like we're so free, but we have to remember that we have to understand what it means to be free and how to protect those freedoms. And so having the speakers that are coming to discuss all of that has just been so exciting. And I think it's got a lot of energy around it.
I agree. I think it's going to be fantastic. Again, tonight and tomorrow, and Health Freedom South Dakota. Let's talk about Health Freedom South Dakota and what you guys do, because in addition to this event, you do other things too, don't you?
We do. Health Freedom South Dakota we are a community operated, completely nonprofit here in South Dakota, and we have been an organization. We started out as South Dakotans for Informed Consent back in 2016, and 3 years ago we became Health Freedom South Dakota. What we do is we try to protect the rights of all of the citizens of South Dakota by rallying all of the citizens to go and have their voices heard in peer during the legislative session. We also try to educate people in understanding that they have the right to say what kind of treatment they have when they're in the doctor's office. If you want to have, a certain kind of chemotherapy or a transplant, or you don't want one, we feel that it's the rights of the citizens and the consumers to decide that.
Absolutely. If people would like to get more information on Health Freedom South Dakota, I guess they could go to the event tonight and tomorrow, but is there a place they can go online to find you guys as well?
Absolutely. Our website is healthfreedomsd.org.
And I'm going to throw a link to that to make it really easy, and to the event Hold Summit, which is tonight and tomorrow. I'll throw a link on our social media to make it really, really easy. Mya, thank you for your time today, and thanks for doing what you're doing. Thanks so much for having me. It was really a pleasure talking with you. Absolutely. Again, Mya Olson with Health Freedom South Dakota. Their event, Hold Summit, HOLD Summit, is tonight and tomorrow. That's for health, ownership, liberty, development. I've got a link to all the information at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Free Flag Friday?
Hey, you know what? Let's do that, shall we?
We shall.
Our good friends Mark and the crew over at Maximum Promotions right there on Northwest Avenue, just down the street from the arena.
Yeah.
Good enough to partner with us and give away. And this is nice. Retail value of what we give away. It's around $50.
Yeah.
So, this isn't some little cheap just holding your hand, wave at the parade thing.
It's a nice flag.
This is...
mount it right on the house.
Nice
Look
stuff,
awesome flag.
3 foot by 5 foot flag, the pole, the hardware, the whole enchilada.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations to Dana Arvelos
Nice.
this morning. Dana, appreciate you listening, registering for that. We'll get a certificate in the mail. You can redeem that at Maximum Promotions and tell them, hey, thanks.
Yeah, they're good people.
Appreciate that. Now, as far as what I find interesting, I would sign up for this, and I think, John, you're going to like this too. Now, let's see, this is Friday. I believe you're on stage this weekend.
Oh, tonight.
Tonight,
In
okay.
Sioux City, yeah.
All right, give yourself a free plug.
I'll be on stage tonight in Sioux City.
Okay, good enough.
Good
But
job,
You can learn more on Facebook.
But you're doing the stand-up thing,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes. Yep. I'm going to do, it's for a fundraiser for the food bank of Siouxland. So Sioux
Okay.
City Food Bank.
Okay, it's a little fundraiser deal.
Yep.
All right, this is kind of fun. If you ever have plans on attending Iowa State University, right there in beautiful Ames, Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Heidi used to rip it up pretty good.
She doesn't remember those days, but
I don't really remember
the police
those
over there
days.
sure do.
Where she got her first tattoo on Spring Break.
It's misspelled.
Yeah, it's misspelled. Offering a course.
Oh.
In the class catalog, it's listed as HON321V ... It's called Comedy College.
Really?
Oh.
Opportunity to actually have some fun while getting college credit. Whole point of this course is to teach students to be funnier.
Really?
Yup.
I would like
That's
to see
fun.
that.
And it's legit. It runs a little deeper than that. And when I first saw it, I went, what, are you kidding me? But then I read into it, and it's like, you know what? This kind of makes sense.
Huh.
For instance, how are these kids graded in this course? Well, at their very first, at their final exams, which took place, actually, they already finished first semester on this at Memorial Union's maintenance shop. Students were required to get at least one laugh from a live audience.
Okay.
They had to stroll out there and get at least one laugh. That was part of their final exam.
If they didn't get a laugh, they failed?
Every single student passed.
Nice. Man, imagine that audience. They have to laugh. Otherwise, these poor kids are going to fail.
Peter Orsman, who runs Comedy College course, told the Iowa State Daily that the class is it's a lot more than just getting laughs. And I say, and this is a quote from the prof here, if you're able to write your own material, deliver it in a very large, packed audience and not throw up, you can do a lot of other things too.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And so I think it's just a great experience as far as learning how to deliver, but you also learn how to write, because to be a successful comedian, you've got to be pretty darn efficient.
Well, and I'll tell you, think about this. Think about some of the best comedians of all time. Numerous times, Heidi and I have talked about how funny Steve Martin, back when he was doing stand-up comedy, very funny. He has taken that, and he's written books, he's written movies, he's written all kinds of things.
And that's kind of where this professor's going with this.
A pretty decent actor, too,
Right.
So that is the foundation for a lot of different really good careers. So I get that. I think it's a good idea. I like it, Dan. I found that interesting.
Yeah.
I also found that interesting.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Do you feel validated?
I feel validated and somehow humbled.
So now you need to make us laugh, otherwise you don't pass.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang it. I already laughed.
Well, this is kind of how I felt about, I always took, every year in high school, I took speech.
Okay.
Because I really enjoyed writing that stuff out and then getting up and delivering and getting response and reaction.
See, and I didn't even know that was a thing. When I didn't take
Maybe it wasn't.
typing. So what a kind of an idiot am I?
Yeah,
We were forced to take speech, and I about
Really?
threw up every single time. I hated it.
And
I
that
don't
was the
remember
difference.
that.
There were a lot of kids that just,
Yeah.
you saw me, you get up there and you
It's
kind
awful.
of feel their pain.
Yeah.
But public speaking, that's right up there with death to some people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know when I became a public speaker?
No.
In school, I had a teacher who he didn't like my older brother. And my first day of class, he said, "You related to Jason Small?" And I said, "Yeah." And he literally said this. He goes, "I didn't like him either." That was my first day of class. He was my
Teachers.
English teacher. He was not a nice guy. And we were doing Julius Caesar. And he was looking, he's like, "Who wants to be Brutus?" "Okay, John Small." "Who wants to be Julius?" "John Small." So I literally had like 6 characters that I had to read out loud. And he thought I was going to hate it, and instead I discovered that day that I really kind of like making people laugh. So I was reading one part like this, and the next part I would read like this. And I had the whole room laughing, and it made that teacher so mad. And then I was like, you know what? I thought that was kind of fun. And I realized if I can make a living talking and making people laugh, I'm going to try to do that.
Wow, somehow what I found interesting turned into your biography. You just
Thanks, Dan.
never know.
You just never know. Hey, thanks for coming in, Dan.
Thanks for having me. It is Friday, and have a safe, prosper, blessed weekend. I'll catch up with you on Monday.
We'll do it. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, December 2nd, 2022. Equity markets tread water Thursday following a cooler than expected read on inflation. The October PCE price index came in at 0.2% for the month, cooler than the 0.3% expected, and down from the previous month's 0.5%. The news, while good, is dubious in nature because year-over-year inflation is still running at greater than 5% pace. At this level, the market should expect the pace of interest rate hikes to remain high, if not at the 75 basis point clip it has been rising. Friday's market will be driven by the NFP report, which is expected to show a slowdown in hiring, but the key data will be the wage gains. If wages continue to rise at the 5% pace they have set, investors should expect core PCE prices to continue rising at an above 2% pace well into 2023 and cut deeply into S&P 500 earnings. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.